Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well on this Friday. So I've been asked to do this event a couple times by a couple people, and I may have done it before, but if I haven't streamed it. And yeah, it's Bucharest Friday Online. It's just a nice event, chill event where they have some ATC into Bucharest. I had a little bit of time here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing later this evening. I may come back after this stream and do another one. There is another event going on in the UK later, a cargo event from East Midlands. But right now I'm just doing this flight and see how the event, the evening pans out. But this flight is quite a short one. It's going to be from Athens to Bucharest, and it's about 1 hour 15 minutes. So we should get to experience the Bucharest ATC, but we won't have to fly particularly far, which is nice. We're in the freeware Airbus A20N in P3D, of course, as always. It's an aircraft that I actually really do enjoy flying. It has a really good sound pack from Turbine Sound Studios. It's you know, it's a tramp aircraft, of course. We have to fly it with FS Tramp, so it has its limitations. But thought, you know what, we'll take out the A320neo and demo it on stream, demo the sound pack. I need to just make sure that the chat is working. We are boarding with packs, as you can see. Let's just do a test message. Not sure. Can't remember if it'll read out my test messages.
Line flight simulator.
No, it does.
Test.
Perfect. Okay, fine. Works. So, the first thing we need to do is go and get First Officer. This is Flight Simulator First Officer Light. It's definitely not a necessity for freeware, but I think it's kind of nice to have a little bit of realism, and this helps to add some realism to the freeware. So he's going to come into the aircraft and do his thing, which involves just setting our lights up. There you go, auto brake set to RTO, he's done that for us, yaw damper. So you can see the aircraft comes with the lights already on, he's just turned them off. So beacon's gone off, strobe's gone off. So he's just configuring the aircraft to a sort of state of where, you know, it's sat on a gate. We are sat on gate 5 here at Athens. I'm not sure that's an actual gate in real life, but I honestly could not be bothered to install some payware scene or some updated scenery, so this is what we were going with today. It should do the job. It's not like Athens is going to be busy, so what? Let me fire up VPilotNet, and well, of course, as always, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, but we are on A20N, A320neo with the CFM LEAP engine. Set that up and connect. We need to file the flight plan. There it is. Copy my flight remarks. It's always good just to check with TFM, make sure that you've not spawned in on top of anybody here. Then we have the nearest aircraft, 600 meters or feet or whatever away. Okay, so now we need to do our fuel and payload. If you're kind of looking for a demo of how I usually fly the freeware, this is kind of a good stream to watch, I guess. I'm not going to be talking through everything, but I know I've had some comments on the FS Tramp tutorial recently of people trying to get things working, and well, that's very outdated, so that tutorial. There goes an aircraft. Right, scroll down here. So we're cruising flight level 380 on the 2nd of September. Like I said, it's saying 1 hour 40 minutes airtime. So 15.522 is our block fuel, so a very useful feature here of TFM. Love this feature. It was 15.522. Okay. It's going to give us that warning. We're going to ignore that. That's a bug. So it's set that fuel and it has distributed it throughout the tanks. So I really love that feature of TFM. Freeware, it's invaluable. We're going to look at our takeoff weight, which is 154.7, because obviously you can't set your zero fuel weight as such in these aircraft, but we can look at our current weight, or gross weight, which is 140 currently, so we need to up this by like £14,000 here. If we try and distribute this equally, just up this to like 10,000, maybe up this to like 10,000 as well. Maybe that should be 9,500. And then we can probably look at these, which I'm guessing are cargo compartments or whatever. Probably up this to like 5,000. Maybe that can go 5,000. What does that get us to? 152. So put that maybe like 3,000. And then this. Well, that's not got much weight in it at all. Maybe we can up that to like 500. That'll do. Nice. Okay. So you want to match that up, but the important thing is you have to try and get the figures in a good range with what they're already at. So there's all these cargo stations that you can see here. There's all these cargo stations you can see here in the list, and they're set up to have the plane in a good weight and balance situation usually, if the plane is a good freeware aircraft. So you can't just go and get that all out of whack. You kind of need to just
if the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it.
You kind of just need to have your
please double check that all your items
figures,
are put away
if you
so
need
that
to
the
up
aisle
them,
is
up them.
clear and
If
other
you need to bring them down,
passengers
but
can
don't
wait.
change drastically
If
the
you're
weight
in
and
an
balance of
emergency
your
exit row,
aircraft.
please leave the exit
You don't want to get the
seating
balance all out of
responsibilities in the
whack.
car and in the seat back in front of
Okay,
you.
so our
If you're not
fuel
able
and
to
payload
comply
is
with
good.
these
We can
actions,
bring up
please let a flight attendant know. That way you can
tramp
time to
here,
get out any
and we
last-minute
can
text messages.
import our
But
plan.
we ask that once you depart from the gate, put away any laptop
Okay.
or tablet. Thank
Let
you
me
and
just check the
welcome aboard.
volumes are okay on everything here. Okay, yeah, not that. PAX is a little loud. Right. What was I going to check? So, do we have any ATC? Yes, we do. We have this guy, Athena. I think that's Athena radar. So, what I'm going to just do is get my VATSIM private message file, just copy this. Go here, open private chat, and just dump it in here. Yeah, fine. So I'm just sending him that ahead of time. I like to just drop them a private message before I request the clearance, so that they know what the situation is in text. So we are doing the Crow, according to this, the Crow 3 Tango. We'll check that.
Advise on initial contact.
Let's
You
get
have
this.
listened to information Foxtrot.
So we're listening to Foxtrot.
Here is Athens of Venezuela status information Foxtrot. Recorded at 1520. Approach type ILFV. Landing runway 03 left. Takeoff runway 03 right. Transition level 105. Surface wind 080 degrees, 10 knots. Visibility 0 kilometers or more. Clouds to 2,500 feet. Temperature +31. Dew point +14. QNH 1010. Notices to airmen. Specificative instructions. Concentration of birds in the airport vicinity. Advise on initial contact. You have listened to information Foxtrot.
So we have listened to Info Foxtrot, and the guy has just private messaged me my clearance. That's nice. So we don't even have to mess around getting it with him on voice. Turn our video up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to say, Roger, thanks for clearance, we'll call on frequency for touch. Okay, that's actually very unusual. Usually they don't send me by private message, they just say, yeah, you know, copy your situation, that's fine. Yeah, we'll take that. It's just a PDC basically. Let me just read through this. So we're it says cleared to LGAV as filed. That's LROP. Copper 3 Alpha. Okay, so we have a little bit of a different departure. We'll see how that goes. Runway 32, flight level 200, squawk 123.234. Okay. Have a little check here. Then yeah, something doesn't quite make sense here, because there isn't a runway 32 here. I'm not sure.
Direct pilot, 1839 class, flight level 240.
Let me know when you'll spawn on runway 3 right. Okay, so it's going to be 3 right for departure, not 3 2. Copper 3. Okay. Copper 3. Not too sure what's going on here. I'm gonna confirm with him what our departure is.
I will not be departing in less 10 to 15 minutes because I have 3 aircraft that's coming in. So after them, then I can drop.
Let's just you just confirm which deck we are taking. Should we be out via KRO? Can't seem to find A3 Alpha.
725 fly present heading descent 8,000 feet, QNH 1010.
I'm a little bit confused about this IFR clearance here, because I'm not seeing a runway 3. Well, there isn't a runway 32, and I'm not seeing the SID kind of looks like he's given me the wrong clearance.
Number 1 on your left, go ahead.
He is out. Oh, he is controlling Athena radar, and this controls quite a few airports in Greece. So I'm thinking Pro 3 Tango. Right. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, that's a different departure to what he gave us. The 3 Tango. There's no 3 Alpha, and it wasn't the cop out. It's the C. It's the Crow. Kilo Romeo Oscar. So I think probably he just was looking at the wrong airport because he controls a whole bunch. Okay, not a problem. He's squawking 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the 3 Tango from 03 right, which is runway heading to 710 feet. Yeah. Okay. Direct to Kilo Romeo Oscar. The only thing we need to worry about is the 210 knot speed restriction there, and that's it. Okay. We can also put in our expected arrival into Bucharest. So, useful tip on badsim.atis LROP underscore atis. And we can read here the information. Expect ILS 08 right, okay. And we are arriving in via the Sordu arrivals. So we'll go back to the plan tab and there's a whole bunch here. I'm going to put the Sordu 1 uniform for now. And then there is no transition straight onto the ILS. And then we'll check through our restrictions once we're airborne. We can go here and just make sure that our tramp aircraft is all set. I'm just going to up this to like 3,000 feet a minute. 380 on the cruise. Mach 0.78 is fine. Set up to like 1800. 145. Right, profile is all set. Make sure we're not on mode 2. That would be pretty disastrous.
We're on your time now.
And the passengers have all boarded by the sounds of it, which is good because we're almost ready to go too. So we're going to close the doors. I'm going to import my flight plan here
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard
into
Our flight
first
time will be
officer
roughly
because
1
it
hour,
should get the
10 to
transition
13
levels and
minutes.
things like
Now
that.
that the cabin doors
And I'm
closed,
also
please
going
ensure that all
to
devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut
just
down.
inform it that we'll be landing
Please fasten
08
your seatbelt
right
and
today,
ensure that all tray tables, safety factor, and a full upright and lock position
which
for
is also an
departure.
11,000 foot
Cabin
one
crew,
way,
your doors for departure.
11,400, so we don't need to worry about that. But anyway, that's for later. So we're going to just close that out. We're going to pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist.
We're going to have this run the pre-flight checklist,
Tested. Initial
and
preferences.
then we will call for push, and we're expecting to push to
Set. Window E.
probably nose
Heading
right.
set. Altitude set. Throttle. Fuel control switches. Cut off. Parking brake. Set. Checklist complete.
So we're just going to wait for this.
From 309 Lima, Athena.
From 309 Lima, can you repeat, sorry?
From 309 Lima, turn left heading 150, descend, sign up for 150, speed 260 knots.
Can you repeat
Right, he's done his flow, beacon light and everything is on, so we can call GSX.
Lima turn right to heading, turn left, sorry, to heading 150.
Handling by Gian.
And speed 260 knots.
And speed 260 knots.
Tango Lima 61, rendezvous with Katie. Thanks for your service, bye bye.
Have a good day.
You did a great job, buddy.
Thanks.
Radar hello from Vision 2 Delta Whiskey down on the ground at Athens, requesting push and start.
My lift 725, descent 3,000 feet.
Okay,
My lift 725,
just
descent
going to
3,000
pause the sim until we get clearance because my GSX menu has a bug where it doesn't
124, descent flight level 130.
basically disappears after a few after like 60 seconds of being up, so
Athena KLM 4 for Quebec,
So,
ready to descend.
I don't want it to disappear because yeah,
Orange
I need
19
to
approach,
choose the direction of the push in case we get given the other direction.
For Quebec, descent flight level 180.
So just stand by until we get
Flight
the
level
clearance,
180, 4 for
and
Quebec.
then I'll unpause it. It's quite a busy frequency, so it also covers a lot of airspace. Like I said, it covers a lot of Greek airports, which is a good thing because you get a lot of coverage at various airports just by this one guy being on, but it also means, as you can see, it's very busy. People keep blocking each other, and you get a lot of people.
can't vacate, got an aircraft blocking us actually.
You get people coming on different locations.
5731, taxi to Horn Point Alpha 2. Olympic 6507, descent flight level 300.
Descending 300 to Olympic 6507.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey on the ground at Athens, looking for push and start, please.
Aircraft call, what's the call sign again?
It was Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, please start approved facing south, squawk 7277.
Alrighty, approved to the south, squawk 7277, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay, so 7277, we got the wrong squawk. I did think 1234 was a bit of an interesting squawk on our initial clearance. To the south, so we want to push pretty much straight, and its initial climb 7,000. Did he change this? So Karo 3 Tango, initial was 7,000, and it was 7277, which we were already squawking, but yeah. So to the south, is going to be actually nose left, okay. So that's why I didn't automatically pre-plan a push to the right. Because although it makes sense to face the runway, in this case he actually wanted us to the south. So yeah, we need to go nose left. Right, parking brakes released. So yeah, if I'd have pre-planned that in GSX, then we would have been kind of screwed. So yeah, hey Marshall, I did get that. Just kind of dealing with all this crap. Okay. And we will do engine 1 coming online.
135.3, Olympic 6007, thank you.
Orange 19 Foxtrot, when you're turning inbound back to the NDB,
Please
for
the flight attendant for a safety demonstration.
No problem.
When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by
Here
pulling on
comes
the loose
engine
end of the
1.
strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the
2.
entire
Shouldn't
flight
really be
as you
doing that
may
yet, but
experience
yeah, whatever.
turbulence.
It's freeware, so.
There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft,
Throttle
floor
from
level
going all the way
lighting
up.
will guide
I'm
you
not sure why
towards
it
the
increased
exit.
there.
In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, hold the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the...
Very nice engines on the Neo.
Correct.
Okay.
All engines
Contact
stable.
124, expect located NDB approach runway 01.
There we go. We now have 2 good engines.
Front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting
We're
the
just waiting
aircraft.
for
If your life vest does
pushback
not
to
inflate
commit,
automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual
finish,
inflation.
whatever.
Each
Still
vest is
continuing
equipped
on
with a
here.
whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Once again, all
Flaps
devices
we will
must
set
be
on the
in airplane
runway
mode and your
because
larger devices
there's
must
a
be
thing in
turned off and
freeware
stowed
when
at
you
this time.
repositioned it.
Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts
Yeah,
are fastened in
it
seat backs
retracts
and
them,
tray cables are in their full
unlike
upright
the
position.
PMDGs.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling,
So yeah,
or
I'm not too
destroying
sure what
the
happened with that
sectors
clearance,
located
that
in the
IFR
laboratory
clearance. Pretty
is
much all of it was
prohibited by
wrong
law.
initially,
All
but
of
we
this
figured it out.
information
Sorry,
and more
he gave
can
us
be found
a
in the
call.
safety card
And
located in
yeah,
the
we
seat
just got to
back in
remember
front
now
of you.
7,000
We suggest you
initial
email and
climb.
let us know if you have any
Number
questions.
3 Charlie
Thank you for
arrival
flying with us,
expect
and we hope you enjoy your flight.
03 left.
Nebra 3 Charlie arrival 03 left, KLM 44.
Number 199 heavy, turn right heading 190 descend 7000 QNH 1010.
Okay, so we're almost phasing to the south. A little bit off, but not terrible. So we're just waiting for this guy to disconnect. So yeah, it's going to be 3 right, pretty much straight out. We go to Crow, and then yeah.
Mark 554 back to runway 01, vacate right center.
We have actually still got about 50 minutes till the event begins in Bucharest. But the flight will be longer than that. That's how I planned it, so. Alright, he's going. See ya. Enjoy your day in Athens.
Turam 309 Lima,
Tug.
expect the located NDB approach runway 01.
Some very strange
direct,
approaches in Greece as well. You can see he's going into Skiathos, that guy, with the locator NDB approach runway 01. And yeah, a lot of approaches that probably wouldn't be too fun for blind pilots to try, because a lot of them have visual segments to them. Some of them are okay, but yeah.
124 unable, I'll be letting you hold shortly over the NDB because of traffic.
And they're holding over
Copy
the
that,
NDB
we'll
there.
continue ending approach.
So,
Marshall Fairbrother.
yeah.
Was an interesting mix. The snare and room mics started causing each other problems.
Right. Cabin is apparently now ready. Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist.
We can run this if we
Anti-ice.
want.
Set
Doesn't do
isolation
anything
valve.
particular,
Off.
especially
Recall.
in the freeware, but
Checked. Auto brakes. RTO. Packed.
auto brakes are
Set
RTO.
flaps. Set trim. Set flight controls.
Flaps are not set yet,
Checked. Ground equipment.
and you'll notice
Cleared.
it
Checklist
also
complete.
doesn't give me the chance to check the flight controls, so it's another annoying thing. Light, but it's okay. It should get your transition altitude. I'll be curious to see here if, now I've imported the plan, if it gets the transition altitude correct of 105 and sets standard at 105. We'll see.
22559 cleared to Heathrow. Marquis 3 Alpha departure, initial climb 8 sound, file 80 and score 7264.
Feedback correct.
Sky Travel 530 at the Apple information center requesting high factor.
Sky 5020 clear to progress file testing EQ1 Bravo and A01. Initial climb 6,000, I'm sorry, flight level 60, squawk 7252.
Fifth probe on the best thing, D1 Bravo departure runway 01, initial climb, flight level 60, squawk 7252, Sky Travel 530.
Feedback correct.
Body 725, runway 03 right, vacated taxi.
725, continue on Delta 8, Kilo Sun Bravo 50.
I need to get some scenery for Athens at some point. Because this default doesn't cut it really, but yeah.
Bravo 50.
Also Bravo 50, Mari 725 via Delta.
He's going to, see, look, he's going to stand Bravo 50. We didn't even have terminal or the Bravo section. We just have numbered gates. So, yeah, but whatever.
Contact 124, hold over Scopolis as published.
Sunturk's getting a hold over Skiathos. Hello, Sunturk, come on. Stop enjoying the sun out there and listen up.
Hold over Sierra Kilo Papa, Thunder 124.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Visit 541, let me know in the back.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
May as well run this while we're waiting for a little gap here. He's just going to turn all the lights on.
Complete.
Whatever. And Vision 2.0 Whiskey is fully ready on the ground at Athens for 03 right, whenever's best for you.
So you said you wanted a taxi, right? Or just respawn on the runway?
Just reposition to line up, Vision 2.0 Whiskey, yeah.
Approval, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, thanks. Alright, fine.
Check the flaps.
Amber 19 on the heavy, turn left heading 130 descent 3000.
Okay. And yes, we do need to set the flaps, so we're going to do that now. We're going to do runway guidance. I'm going to stop it from reading that. We don't need attitude mode. We'll center the flight controls. That is all fine. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Uniform Golf, descent 3000, Q1H1, 011, credit on now runway 27.
Then 3000 connect on 011 cleared on our runway 27, Sonic on uniform Golf.
And we won't go full power. We'll just set the throttles and take a bit of a derate. It's a nice long runway, so it's not going to be anything major. I'm going to just turn this guy up.
Squawk 7263.
Alright, changing to 7263, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, and we are fully ready. 63, okay. Turn him up a little.
Can we go faster?
3 right clear for takeoff, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay.
Body 725, April, and shutdown, thank you, sir, for the bye.
Didn't even want you to increase power. I don't know why it keeps doing that, look. It keeps like... Whenever I say cleared for takeoff, the power just... It did that yesterday. The power just increased. It's like a ghost doing it. It's very weird. Right.
Right,
I think it's a honeycomb
bug. It's 5731,
right.
Finally. Backtrack runway 01.
Let's push these up here.
Taram 309 Lima, hold over Scopolis.
Thrust set. 21 knots.
Taram 309 Lima, hold over Scopolis as published.
Feet aligned.
Trump General Lima, hold over Sierra Kilo Papa.
80 knots.
Athena radar, good day to jet 3 Kilo Yankee, about door time flight level 370.
Miles
There we go, 100 knots has passed. Coming up on 130.
132
That was
knots.
blocked.
B2.
Airborne
Landing
gear
gear up.
up.
Radar, Euro
Can initiate auto throttle now.
0 miles north of Mach Edge, flight level 370.
And we are out. Not
Athena,
bad.
good day to jet 3 Kilo Yankee, flight level 370, about door time.
Turn
400.
guidance off, passing 500 now. Oh, actually, ASL's, yeah, that's a 600 HL. I'll watch the speed here.
And the KLM 44 Quebec is at 180.
Quebec is an 8,000,
8,000, 1010, KLM 44 Quebec.
Embraer 19 on the heavy left hand.
Make sure we set 7,000, which was our initial. This thing takes quite a while to speed up.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey Radar contact, climb level 380.
Thanks, 380, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
231 Athena radar, roger.
0,
Orange 1 on a
coming through 160.
At the choice, thank you, Orange 1
It's kind of nice, at least this thing doesn't blast through the
The
speeds.
wind is 0305 knots. Take off on 801.
Clear to take off runway 01, fly for 10.
Let's go 67 Whiskey taxi on ground 829 via Mike Echo November.
It's climbing at 2,000 feet a minute. Okay, I didn't actually want flaps all the way in, but pressing it once brought them all the way in. That's fine, I guess.
Jet 760, kilo requesting clearance to us.
Jet travel 6 kilo, I'm quite busy, I'm going to send you a clear contact.
Coming through 180 now.
Olympic 784, descent flight level 140.
I think we do have to bring the flaps in one more notch. I think this is actually a bug with this plane because it says flap 0. But now if I, in a sec, if I press it again, it's going to bring them all the way
You know
up.
what? I was going to give you a crossing restriction, but you know what? Instead, descent to flight level 140.
Because I think,
Okay,
yeah,
descending to level 1.
it's an Airbus thing in this particular model of the freeware model. And yeah, looking good. Coming through 200
I'm going to
knots.
send you a clear contact, I'm quite busy.
Same, we need to hold 210, which is the restriction, of course, to Kilo Romeo Alpha, so we will do that. We can disarm auto brakes. Can do after takeoff checklist shortly.
Center 124 request diesel.
Let's just bring the flaps all the way up. There we go.
Moment, please. I'm going to get another aircraft out of that airport before I
After
start
takeoff
sending you
checklist.
into it.
After takeoff checklist.
Copy that, Center 124.
Sky travel 5020, are
Landing
you ready?
gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. Checklist
Alright, Alpha
complete.
3 backtrack on 801.
Okay, so how far do we have to Kilo?
Is there 5731 climb flight level
Yeah, we have 20 miles here to Kilo Romeo Oscar. So
Haram 309 Lima, descend flight level 140.
officially we are supposed to maintain
Toronto General Lima, descend to flight level 140.
210 here.
KLM 44 Quebec, fly heading 210.
Heading 210, KLM 44 Quebec.
Embraer 19 on the heavy wind 170 knots to land on 80 left.
Office 100 left, number 1.
Just to repeat for KLM 44 Quebec, it was 240, right?
It's 210, and
210, KLM 44 Quebec.
I'm going to change it to the 21, so would you like the island for 21, right?
Yeah, if you give me a second, I can change to 21, right?
Affirm.
Roger.
Alright.
9,000 feet.
Transition altitude.
1,013, 29
Check.
I'm sorry, 2Z5 or not? Sky Travel 5020, wind 020, find out script, take off runway 01.
10,000 feet.
Okay, so it set the transition level.
Right,
That wasn't
Magic's
too
on
bad.
377, expect the VOR
Still
runway.
apparently need to hold 210. I'm just going to override this, I think.
Also a reminder to please
I really don't think anyone's going to care here. So we're going to up this to 2,500 feet a minute. I'm going to up this to, in fact, we'll up this to 300 knots, and we'll speed up.
Quebec, descend 3,000 feet.
Staying at 210 any longer.
3,000 feet, 44 Quebec.
able to access our wide range of free light and library.
From 309er.
250 knots indicated.
There we go, speed up.
Stand by, I'll get back to you
250
shortly.
knots indicated.
Roger.
12,000 feet.
Athens radar, a very good evening, Scandinavian 844, with you, flight level 370, inbound Pitland.
And then the 844 at the inner roger.
232 knots indicated.
0731 radar contact.
Yeah, so
coming up
one of the reasons I like this plane is it doesn't do the old freeware trick of
13,000 feet.
absolutely smashing through speeds. It actually takes a little while to speed up, which is, you know, is somewhat more realistic. And when you got a nice sound pack in it too, it helps. So it's a good freeware plane. The Airbuses all tend to be good freeware planes. The 320 series, the Neos, and this one, and the
Contact 124 direct to
regular
Kilo Papa
320s
and hold
from the
at
Riku pack, the CEO. All tend to be good. They don't behave very erratically, like some freeware aircraft you might find.
257 knots indicated.
Hold over
There we go,
NDB.
260 now.
124.
ATPTT on 129.675, 2,807, back at runway 12.
Scan 67 Whiskey, the wind is 2407 knots, good to take off running to that. Kilo 44 Quebec, right turn heading 020.
020, KLM 44 Quebec.
Saudi 6AA, I'm going to change you to 21 right, turn right heading 010, descend 8000, Q1H 1010.
16,000 feet.
010, on ILS 21 right. On ILS 21 right. Sky Travel 5020, climb level 160. Sun Turk 124, descend 4,000 feet.
I apologise that
Q1H
VATSIM, some of the
1009.
pilots may well be clipping a little bit. That is more VATSIM's problem than it is mine, to be honest with you. VATSIM mics don't seem to have any equalization. You just get super loud pilots,
So turn right,
and you get super quiet because there's no equalization. People can set their mic volumes to whatever they want. So the problem is if I turn it way down, you might not be able to hear, say, a controller, and then if I turn it way up, then you get a pilot blasting in your ears. So apologies about that. There's not too much I can do about it. It's a bit of a fine-tuning nightmare. That Sunturk doesn't seem to be holding, does he, properly? Anyway, we are, I don't know why the altimeter just reset itself, but it's gone back to standard.
RMP Zulu runway 34.
RMP Zulu runway.
19,000 feet. Where's the sector breeze? 290 knots indicated.
And we're holding 290 knots, so that's
Connect
good.
1 uniform golf, the wind
Climb
is
speed.
calm, runway 27.
Send it over to Mac in a little bit.
27 good one, connect 1 uniform golf.
Number 199, taxi via Alpha Hotel.
We get a
Charlie
flyby
Delta
and see what a
4 Echo 10
flyby
Alpha
sounds
9
like.
negative.
Number 19, sorry, I didn't get that. So could I get that?
Yes, sir.
Not bad, not bad.
20,000 feet.
It's a very modern aircraft, the A20Neo, so you don't hear too much from the engine, especially on the ground, you probably would have noticed. I'll change this to like 2200, passing 210 shortly, so we don't want to overdo it.
Good afternoon, Banfole 72 Bravo Papa, flight level 330, inbound Nostro.
72 Bravo Foxtrot, Athena Squawk 7250.
And we should probably take the
7250
seatbelts off there in Pack
72
X,
Bravo Papa.
so the passengers can walk around, otherwise they're going to complain.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You cannot ever move around the cabin, however we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Just Bravo 60, can you please send text message to us?
Alright, you sent it there. I'll send you another one.
To the trickle anchor, we are already on your frequency.
To the trickle Yankee, dinner right.
Athena, good evening, Olympic 240, clear to Samos.
Olympic 240, I'm very busy, I'm going to send you clear contact break. Olympic 7840, descending 6,000 feet, QNH 1011.
And flight level 60, QNH 1011 for Olympic 784.
A lot of text pilots today.
We're 2559% for big top.
I'm gonna check. Here we go. Auto brakes. We can probably put to position 1 for our arrival. It's a long runway, so yeah. We do have a custom auto land gauge in this aircraft as well, so it should land pretty nicely. It's kind of what you have to do with a lot of freeware aircraft, is customize an auto land gauge, set it all up so that it works well for your aircraft, your specific model, and then yeah, you can do ILS auto lands if you need to, as we often do as blind pilots. I'm going to set this to like maybe 1700 there. Okay. And we can go over to Mac and probably set this to like 0.7. Set it to 0.74 here in the climb. That should be good, and it will maintain that. So we'll transition over to Mac.
Go ahead.
Marshall,
Endure 7 kilo hotel, com level 370.
Need to check this bloody OTHH scenery at some point.
It's about an hour, Marshall. I picked it because it was about an hour. It's really not all that long. Because I'm going to go and grab some dinner after this, and then I may do another flight on stream, depending on who's around on TT, just, you know, what's going on.
Olympic 851, wind unknown, runway 30, clear to land.
Wind unknown. Because there is an event, there's a West Atlantic cargo rumble event from East Mids to Aberdeen later, which I was considering flying in. Not that bothered if we don't, but we'll see.
Literally nothing tonight in terms of delay.
There's no delay, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't made any bitrate changes. I guess maybe the internet's just not being used by as many people over the, since it's, you know, maybe not like a Saturday or Sunday or something.
Shanix 1 uniform golf, San Jose choice by Delta.
So, yeah.
San Jose, thanks. Shanix 1 uniform golf.
Suntech 124, cleared locator NDB approach, runway 01.
And what's the betting Sunturk's not going to know how to do a locator NDB? Oh, he's not even answering again.
Suntech 124, cleared for the locator NDB approach, runway 01.
Or if you're a blind pilot, cleared for the cowboy approach, runway 01.
Try that event if you're looking at doing it. Haven't been into that part of Scotland for a good while.
Yeah, it's a short runway. I don't know what plane I would take. It's supposed to be a cargo, maybe a 73
Super 2559, if you're gonna call again for taxi, you could backtrack on it.
But yeah, it runs to like 10:30, and it's not a long flight, I should say. So I may well do it, but just see what happens this evening, really. See whether I can find the time, or you know, stream it again, or if I just want to do it off stream. So it's doing a good job here, holding Mach 0.74, holding 1700 feet a minute through 30,000. I'll just set this to 1500. So it takes a lot of experience. You just kind of know what vertical speeds are supposed to be right for which altitudes, and you just change them yourself in tram, because it has no you know, obviously in the payware, VNAV or whatever will pay attention to your set climb speed and vary your vertical pitch, as will level change. This will not. You're essentially just using vertical speed mode, and that does require you to really pay attention, especially on the descent, that your speed doesn't run away. So, you know, although we're flying an Airbus, because it's a freeway Airbus, it's not as automated as you might think. I do need to check through our ride. So I'm just going to copy this. Do I have a notepad? Notepad, paste. So just have a look at what altitude restrictions we have and make sure the tram has a...
Contact 1240305 knots, clear to land runway 01.
There's only 2 aircraft around here, so we really are very much on our own.
Contact 124103005 knots, clear to land runway 01.
Do have a 220 knot speed restriction there. 2,500 at Bella with this 210 knot speed restriction. So I'm going to just, let's set 2,500 there, just to make sure that we are going to get low enough. And then we cross Bella, FF, and then 364 is the elevation. If we have to fly a missed approach, we'll probably just request vectors. It's runway heading to 720, and then we go Oscar Papa Echo, which is also a runway heading, and then we make a right turn with a course of 81, and then at Oscar Papa Tango we can hold. So we'll just get vectors if we need to do this. Hopefully that won't take place. We can probably set our max speed to like 0.77 now, because we're doing alright. Still climbing through 355 now, and I'm just going to shut that up. So yeah, I like to have this survival procedure copied into a notepad, and you can just leave the notepad, you know, and then you've got it in a nice plain text format. And now we're still at 0.74. Yeah. We might just reduce our vertical speed here to like 1200. There we go, and that should help us speed up a little. We're nearly at cruise anyway. 380.
5 for 1, descent flight level 110.
Athena radar, Emirates 240 with you.
Emirates 240, I have the Athena, go ahead.
Athena radar, Emirates 240, type A339. Parked at stand
Emirates A330 Neo.
To copy IFR. To Rome, I have information.
To Rome, okay.
Emirates 240, I have the eclipse to Rome as well, Corinthos 1 Foxtrot, runway.
He's in MSFS, the headwind mod, no doubt. A330 Neo mod or whatever it is.
7,000, squawk 720. Sorry, 21 left, that's why. Runway 21 left.
Roger that, 21 left. What was that squawk code for Emirates 240?
We're at 0.75 now, 426 ground speed. We've got a bit of a headwind probably. Should be leveling out here shortly and then we'll gain it.
1 left expecting. Climb maintain 7,000 initially, squawking 727 specs Emirates 240.
The Corinthos 1 Foxtrot.
Roger that, Corinthos 1 Foxtrot for Emirates 240.
Feedback is correct. Saudia 688, telephone 300. With your 231, descent flight level 70. 70. Sky Travel 5020 Montreal, go.
38,000 feet.
Olympic 240 is a taxi.
Olympic 240 taxi.
Alright, there we go, 380 engine spool and back. That's good. We can probably go 0.78 here, which was actually going to be our cruise, and yeah. Oh my god. Oh, please shut up. Jesus.
KLM 44 Quebec, taxi via Alpha Hotel.
Still over Greece, heading over the Aegean Sea.
Alpha Hotel Charlie Delta 6 Echo Stan Bravo 13 today.
Alpha Hotel Charlie and then stand Alpha 16.
After Charlie is Delta 6 Echo Stan Bravo 13.
Bravo 13, thank you. Delta 6 Kilo for your information, ready for departure.
Marshall Fairbrother.
Travel 6 Kilo Roger, there will be another aircraft arriving before you depart.
Okay, Roger, that's the time 6 Kilo.
Contact 124 backtrack runway 01 vacate right from
I'm forced to.
Vacate right to enable Center 44.
Yeah.
Peter Jack 7732 Heavy Squawk 7270.
When we're supposed to be. Oh, stop talking, dude. Oh. So inbound Peren. And we need to descend.
Emirates 1212 Heavy Athena Squawk 7240.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks.
Good.
Please look in feedback for our Please note that we only accept credit cards.
Center 124, point Alpha 1.
Contact 124, stand up at yours today.
Okay, so we're good for a little bit.
Thank you very much. Center 124, bye bye.
Sunturk sounds like he made it down
to
Skiathos.
Karam 309 Lima, you are cleared for the approach. You descend according to the procedure.
Carlos Rodrio. Good flight.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I saw,
climb level 340, please.
you know, I was looking earlier, and there's an event in Brazil every Friday evening, I think, from 000 Zulu from Rio to Sao Paulo. I need to do that one Friday evening. I need to do that. Maybe not today because there's a cross the land going on tomorrow, which I'm doing, and that's a pretty early flight. So I think it will be a bit late here. But you know, one of these Fridays, I need to do that flight in Brazil with ATC with that event, whatever they call it, cross the pond Brazil from Rio to Sao Paulo. But hey, Carlos, how's it going? Yeah, we're trying out this Neo. It was actually your stream that I heard the sound pack for the first time. I was using that free sound pack, and I heard you using this one. I thought, yeah, let's pick this sound pack up from TSS because it's pretty good. Why are there so many text pilots today? Honestly.
It's the RNAV runway 27.
Oh yuck, RNAV 27. That is one of the Greek airports. Let's just turn speech off for a second.
Olympic 240, wind 2306 knots, clip takeoff, runway 21 left. Yeah, so they both was there 231, hold over Scopolis as published. Hold over.
They're still holding over there in Skiathos. Yeah. Glad we're not going to Skiathos.
Data hello, Sky by 1681 with you, flight level 360.
Guided by 1681, Athena Squawk 725.
I'm just going to play around with, so, like I was saying earlier, the problem is VATSIM has such unbalanced mics, there's no balancing to it, that everyone can be quiet and then suddenly be loud. Let me just, because I can hear that the VATSIM is clipping a bit. Advanced audio and what do I want? Where's VATSIM? Here we go. Tap to this. Right, I'm going to just I'm going to just turn it down a little bit and just see if that helps somewhat.
Taram 309 Lima, with guns, we are going to land
yeah, that should be good, okay. And then I need to get out of here. Ugh. You know, yeah. So many. Might turn that off a tad as well. Close. It's this OBS add-on that adds all the adds each individual audio source as a, or each individual program as an audio source. So VATSIM, NVDA, everything has its own source that I can change the volumes of, but it just means there's so many volume sliders. Exactly, Marshall. It's so stupid. Why don't VATSIM I mean maybe there's something I'm missing, but surely there's a way they could have a limiter or some kind of balance to it. Because the problem is, especially, you know, I mean, it's bad enough when you're listening to it through my headset, but when I'm streaming, the amount of times someone will say VATSIM's too quiet, and then the next minute VATSIM's too loud. Because you get a controller that someone can't hear, and then some pilot comes on who's not checked his mic and just yells down it. Yeah, I don't know. There's just no way around it, really.
By 1681 radar contact.
I think you just kind of have to have it a bit quiet, and if people can't catch every word, then maybe that's just, you know, what's going to happen. Because I don't want it to blast people's ears out. It's kind of a no-win situation. Yeah. I wonder when we're going to get handed off. Yeah. Let's see.
Level 130.
Athens Bravo, you will get 7
or something that cuts off by a certain
level.
level.
773, let me know when you're back. That travel 6 kilo, backtrack runway 01.
Backtrack runway 01, sky travel 6 kilo.
From 309 Lima at present position, backtrack runway 01, vacate right when able to the parking.
I mean, look right there, that guy there that was on just 30 seconds ago was obviously using like a webcam as his mic or something, and it was just blasting. But yet the controller is quiet now on the stream, so it's difficult to hear what he's saying. So it's I don't know. Whatever. What are we doing here then? Oh, we got 444 on the ground speed. Still over Greece. Where are we inbound to? Still inbound Perrin. So we've got a little ways to go. Okay.
You need to follow flight plan.
Marshall Fairbrother.
You need to file a flight plan.
VATSIM should be dealing with this shit.
Yes.
One of these days, someone who doesn't know what they're doing is going to hurt their ears because they can't get their own levels right.
Yeah, Marshall. I mean, we're not the only ones asking. I know. It's been asked before. I think VATSIM have given reasons why they can't. Apparently, they can't do it. To put some kind of equalizer in, but I don't know. It would make things better if they could find a way. If you remember back when audio for VATSIM first released, remember when you had that bug when like someone would talk and then the volume would just go up and up and up until like it would literally clip to hell, like the volume would increase and increase. That was a horrible bug. I haven't had that in a long time, so I think they've fixed that one.
Current region and Lima, the gut is was fast and we request taxi.
From 309 Lima, taxi to parking today.
Hello, 903
British 541, turn left heading 090, descend 3000, C1H 1011.
What are we doing on fuel burn here? Let's see. 5,500 pounds an hour-ish. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know if this aircraft, I don't think it does actually have the Neo engine performance. It might just be a freeware one that someone's put Neo engines on a CEO, you know,
Emirates 240 ready for pushback and engine start.
CEO engine performance, but yeah, we're doing good anyway. Now inbound new waypoint. Refus over Macedonia and going out over the Aegean Sea again.
With Consulate 72 Bravo Papa, information India request descent. Distance flight level 250, Consulate 72 Bravo Papa.
Magic Sun 3773, the wind is 270 at 11 knots, headland only 25 right.
Land runway 255, Magic Sun 3773.
Olympic 784, taxi via Alpha 4, stand 3, good day.
Taxi stand 3 by Alpha 4, have a good day.
You too. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey Monte Unicom, have a good day.
Unicom Provision 2 Delta Whiskey, thanks for see you today, bye bye. Alright. Unicom. Okay, so we are over to Unicom for now. Who do we have online here? I see Bucharest approach, so we will definitely get them. Don't know if we're going to get a centre. The event doesn't start for 10 more minutes. I just want to get in early because I want to go and get some dinner, not sit in front of a computer. So yeah, I'm going to just give the tram back control of the altitude, just so that we... Whoa, what are you doing, tram? Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. Calm down. Jesus. Okay, I only gave you back control of the altitude. Calm yourself. Phew. Just shut up. What are you doing? Okay. You descend back now. That was interesting. It like decided it was going to climb at a stupid rate when I gave it the altitude. What I was going to say was I'll give it the altitude so that we can descend, we can just automatically descend since we don't have any ATC at the moment, but Tramp decided to do something silly. Alright. Yeah, what that was all about. Well, no, we're going back to 380 now.
38,000 feet.
Right, I'm guessing are we...
Speed to off. Speed to import. Minus 20 feet per minute. 38,001 feet ASL.
Yeah, now we're back to beam 5.
0.77.
Well, what was all about?
Map hole 0.78.
Okay.
Minus 3 feet per minute.
Yeah, stable.
Minus 7 feet per minute.
Alright. Well, note to self, don't do that if you're on ATC. Don't give tram back the altitude then, if you've previously had control of it. Because it will do something stupid like that. Climb you 1,000 feet. So, according to TFM, we have 31 more minutes. Probably going to be a little bit longer than that, but yeah. Not by too much. And then yes, we have Cross the Land tomorrow, which I'm doing from Madrid to Qatar. So, yeah, not going to stream that. I will probably record some of it, something like that, because it's like 6 hours. It starts pretty early, and I'm going to be, you know, probably chatting with people on Team Talk and whatever while I do it, and we're doing it as a couple of us doing it in a group flight as BVI. So yeah, it's always kind of awkward when you're doing that because you're streaming and you've got chat going and Team Talk going, and if you're doing a big VATSIM event, so probably just record it and upload it as a video, the departure and arrival.
George Middle Corps. Good day.
Hey George, how you going? I was wondering if you were going to tune in for the arrival into Bucharest. There we go. We're finally doing the landing that you wanted. Although I've been meaning to do this event for a little while anyway.
Do you think we'll play that new guy tomorrow, the one that's fucking massive?
Probably not. Marshall put it on the bench. Start out.
George Middle Corps. Yeah, I was practicing the piano when I've checked my phone and saw this.
Oh, very nice. Practicing the piano also. Could give us some in-flight music. We shouldn't be too long. I picked a flight that wasn't too long because I want to go and grab some dinner after this. So it's only about an hour, 20-minute flight, and we're already well into it. We've only got about 30 minutes maybe till landing, if not, maybe a bit less. But I already see some Bucharest control online and approaches online, so yeah, we'll do that.
George Middle Corps. Yeah. Is this an A320?
Yeah, it is, George. It's the A320neo, the more modern one. with the CFM LEAP engines we got. Oh, there you go. There's a flyby view. You can get a flyby. There we go. Yeah.
Never thought I'd see you flying tram again.
Oh, I fly tram quite a bit, Tyler. Nowhere near as much as PMDG, but I still fly it. It does sound awesome, yeah. Yeah, this sound pack's good. So inbound AUTOC or OTOC. So, where are we? We are approaching our descent actually in about 60 miles. And we can recheck our ATIS. So we have info whiskey. Blah blah blah. 030 at 12, so a little bit windy down there. Still landing runway 8, right? Which is what we got programmed in.
Don't even remember how to land with tram.
Don't even remember.
So long.
Yeah.
When I tried, I messed it up really bad.
Oh god.
George Middle Court.
Well, if you got ATC, it's not so bad.
About our airport. Is it hard to land there?
No, I don't think so. It looks pretty straightforward, George. We got a nice ILS approach. We got a couple of speed restrictions here on the arrival, and we'll see what they get us to do. Whether they're going to give us some vectors. Yeah, tramp. If you got ATC, it's all right. You just follow their headings, and then M2 approach mode and whatever, and then. This aircraft I've got an auto land gauge built in, so it's a nice standard ILS, and it should do an auto land. But yeah, there's all this descent faff around to get all the stuff in tramp.
Vectors are slash. I'd rather just fly PMDG. Makes things way easier.
It does, Tyler, yeah, and I would fly it to. I mean, like, it's cross the land tomorrow. There's no way I would fly this on cross the land, right? There's no way I would fly tramp or something on cross the land or a big VATSIM event. But an event like this, where it's pretty chill, they do this event every week. It should be fine. Yeah, tramp is okay, and it just gives you a little bit more variety of aircraft. What are vectors? Vectors are just headings. So they will give us directions, basically just heading instructions that we type in, and they can vector you right onto the ILS. So instead of following waypoints in the flight plan, you just get headings, line you straight up. What was I looking at? Anyway, so yeah, still 8 right for arrivals. Yeah, info whiskey, okay. So, not sure what that center is. I'm just seeing if we got any centers.
So do you control the heading? With the yoke?
No, you type it in to the autopilot. So you got approach online, and yeah, I don't see anything else at the minute. Maybe the center covers us, so we will see. Yeah, you get a number and you type the course into the autopilot.
Tyler Chambliss. Yet I was gonna fly CTL, but we're on holiday and the place is really loud. Family and all. George Middle Court.
Ah, I see. Well, enjoy the holiday. Where are you at?
Reality in general.
Reality, yeah, they still use the autopilot. When you're on approach, you've got quite a heavy workload going on, so it wouldn't really make sense to follow all the heading instructions by hand flying the aircraft. Normally they will just use the autopilot and then take the aircraft manually and hand fly it, maybe from about 1,000 feet or something like that. because also when you type in a heading to the autopilot, it will maintain that heading, whereas if you're using the yoke to hand fly, you know, once you get to that heading, it could easily get pushed off the heading by wind or something, and then you have to constantly keep making yoke inputs to keep it on that heading.
It's just that I wasn't sure about what instrument in the cockpit is responsible with the heading. That's why I asked. Tyler Chambliss.
Just the heading bug, they call it, the bug.
My grandparents rented this huge-ass villa. Absolutely massive. 4,800 square feet.
Oh wow, very nice. You got a pool or something down there as well, nice pool, and well, nice weather to go with it. Yeah, just the heading bug, George, they call it the heading bug, so you set the heading up and then that's it. Go into heading mode, and the aircraft will follow your instructions on the heading knob. So we're set up here, auto brakes 1 for arrival, it's a 11,500 foot runway. So we'll use quite a bit of the runway. We don't need to slam the brakes on or anything.
I'm gonna go to Italy this month. Wanna go to the cockpit and to talk to the pilots. Tyler Chambliss. So what are you flying tomorrow?
I'm taking the 744 tomorrow from Madrid to Qatar. I have a departure time of about 11:30 my time. You want to speak to the pilot? Yeah. Oh, shut up. Let him know, you know, before you land, and maybe when you land, or even before you take off. Yeah. So inbound Somov, and we're descending and bit of mental math in about 30 miles roughly. Okay.
Have fun. I'd rather take the 777.
Nah, gotta take the classic. Gotta take the 74. 74's fine. Fly it all the time. But both are good airplanes.
George Middle Corps. It's gonna be Ryanair. Hopefully everything will be smooth. Low costs are not my faves.
Yeah. But I think generally Ryanair do a pretty good job. You know, it's kind of a running joke in the flight sim community, like, oh, you know, Ryanair, but in real life they actually do a relatively okay job. Yeah, we're using Ryanair in December to go to the Canary Islands. So,
Tyler
my first time flying Ryanair.
Yet I rarely ever fly the 74.
Yeah, it takes a bit of practice, you know, to get used to it. The triple, you know, is certainly better sported, no doubt.
George Middle Corps. Wizz Air and Blue Air are even more retarded TBH.
Really? I haven't flown on either of those. Yeah, this will be my first time on Ryanair, so we'll see what I think of them. I think we're going right at the back of the plane on Ryanair. Right at the back. And we got to go out of Manchester Airport instead of my local airport, East Midlands, where we normally go. So, I mean, I'm not majorly looking forward to the flight, because if there's still airport issues going on, there we go, we're now over Sofia, Bulgaria. If there's still airport issues going on, then Manchester could be a bit of a pain.
Have you flown on your own yet?
Have I flown on my own? No, I haven't. No. I wouldn't be overly concerned if I had to. Because oftentimes we've booked assistance and like I've been separated from my family, and then, you know, met back up in a little bit later on, so I wouldn't be overly concerned. But no, this is a family holiday that we're going on then. Right, we need to tune to him, whoever he is.
Tyler Chambliss. I will have to in a few weeks.
You'll have to. Yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good. Airport assistance can be a bit frustrating depending on how good they are, language barriers, anything like that. You just got to make sure you communicate really clearly and sometimes you just kind of roll your eyes and it's like, oh, you know, but you'll make it.
Have you flown with the English low costs? Like EasyJet or Jet2?
I have flown with Jet2.
JET2?
Yeah, I've flown with Jet2. Not bad, not bad. You know, yeah, what you'd expect from a low cost, but no issues with them, to be honest. Send a hello from Vision 2 Whiskey Level 380.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, hello, Bucharest, radar contact, expect for 1 uniform arrival for ILS approach, runway 0.
I will expect Sordu 1 uniform for 0 by Vision 2 Whiskey.
Tyler Chambliss. I'll be
Vision
on
2 Delta Whiskey, proceed direct to Sordu. When ready, descend to flight level 140, level at Sordu.
Alright, direct to Sordu, when ready, flight level 140 at Sordu, Vision 2 Whiskey. I set tram to have permission to descend, and then we got control just as it started to descend. So we had to do a little sneaky climb again. No one noticed, it's fine. Right, so we'll go, for now, let's just go 14,000, like 2,000 feet a minute. Let's set this up to hold 260 for now. And I will look at the chat in a sec, just gotta deal with this. Sordu, take a direct to Sordu, and at Sordu we're supposed to be, gotta go set altitude 14,000. There we go. So there we go. Let's try give tram back the altitude to get back on the VNAV path. It's probably going to dive down here.
VNAV on.
Yeah, negative 3,200. That's kind of expected. Let's force those engines to spool down here. Don't need to gain too much speed. Alright, we'll catch up with the path. It's all good. Set seatbelt signs on. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Alright.
Recall. Checked. Notes. Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Checked. Approach briefing. Completed. Checklist complete.
Okay. That should even itself out. Tramp's just doing its usual, oh my god, we're too high, we need to descend thing, and then it's going to level itself out eventually. Well, not level out, but sort its descent rate. We are gaining some speed, but I'm not too bothered. I'm going to set this to 280 now. That can be a good descent speed, something like that. Or you could probably put out a little bit of speed brake as well, just to make sure we don't go too wild. Let me recap what happened in chat, because I missed some of that whilst I was dealing with the controller. Yeah, so yeah, Jet 2 wasn't too bad. Flown with Jet 2, flown with a couple of old carriers that have now gone bust and things, but mainly Jet 2, and yeah, this was my first time with Ryanair. You'll be on 73NGs, yeah, the old classic, they're alright, yeah. Kind of bored of 73NGs, I want to fly on something different, but there you go. Lufthansa and Air France, yeah, you didn't get any Air France pilots having fistfights in the cockpit, did you? Did you see that story, George? Stop reading, God, why are you reading that for? Did you see that story about two pilots who had like a fistfight in the cockpit of Air France? Kind of hilarious. What on earth are they talking about to have fistfights? Alright. Alright, it's holding the speed, not too bad. Let's have a look. So we got 50 miles to run here till Sordu. We've got to be 140. Should even itself out soon enough.
George Middle Corps. I have, and the story told about two recent incidents, also from Air France.
Yeah, they had that 777 issue, didn't they, in Paris? Yeah, they've not got a good, not had a good record, have they? And of course, that Airbus that crashed into the Atlantic though all those years ago.
I want to fly on an Airbus. Haven't had the chance yet.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of A321s. Oh, ELJs. You know why we're getting that message? It's because this frequency is 12202, and that's Active Sky's weather briefing. So it keeps sending me weather briefings through SimConnect. So we're just gonna have to deal with that.
but incidents from the last 2 years.
And the last 2 years, yeah. I mean, you know, they have had issues before, but the last 2 years, yeah, things have really not gone well. I know, yeah. So I've flown on a few A321s. I want to go back on an Airbus because I haven't been for a few years. And I think flying on an Airbus is a bit of a nicer experience than an NG. But there you go. 41. I wonder if you're going to pick this up, Tramp, or what? I might take the vertical speed here. So we're 39 miles out here. I mean, we are still a little bit high. I'll leave it in control of it for now. Should be alright. There we go. Now it's coming up a lot. Minus 2,600. Now it suddenly realises, yeah, actually we don't need to descend anywhere near this fast, and it brings the nose up. Let's put out a bit more. A little bit more speed brake, just to help that speed.
We had a touch and go when landing in Bucharest. We had some crosswind or wing shear that raised our right wing.
Really, yeah. We have winds at 12 knots from 030 degrees, and we're landing on runway 8 right, so a little bit of a crosswind.
And the ERJ sucks.
Yeah,
So
ERJ's yuck.
how it flies.
Yeah. Nah. Or any RJ, really. I'm not sure. I think I've heard the Embraers are quite nice, like the E175s and 190s. But the CRJs I've heard bad things about, or, you know, comfort-wise. He had a touch and go, so yeah, oh, well, we won't be doing that today, I'll tell you that.
Left wingers were about touching the ground.
Oh, yeah, really. Well, we're getting blown around a bit here, look. Tramp's having fun trying to control our vertical speed. Yeah, now you're going to go all the way down with it again. Speed is fine, but it's struggling, isn't it? I think we just went through a bit of weather or something. Alright, we're looking okay. We're inbound to Sordu still. Yeah. Yeah. Turn that nose up a bit. It'll be alright.
And let's not talk about French pilots' English.
Yeah.
Tyler Chambliss.
Yeah.
Yo, in 2016 on our flight back it was just our group, so the plane was light as hell, was descending really fast. I had a headache for 2 days. Marshall Fairbrother.
Yeah, those RJs are pretty
Going to
sporty.
will speak to you
Not
afterwards.
that comfortable. Yeah, alright, Marshall. Alright, now it's controlling itself. Well done, Tramp. Well, you're going a bit fast, but okay. You're doing alright. That's the thing with Tramp, you really got to babysit it, you really got to keep an eye on it, and make sure it's not doing anything silly.
In terms of airlines, British Airways is good.
Oh no, it's this guy again. It's a webcam guy. No.
Jet 7732, hello Bucharest, radar contact.
Bucharest radar, that's who it is. Shh, webcam guy. Shh, okay. Oh, keeps reading this briefing from Active Sky. Stop. That'll stop when we change frequencies.
Brakes are activated right now.
The...
Jet 7732, proceed direct to
Tyler
Sordu.
Chambliss.
What's that for us?
Dude, get a new mic.
I know, that mic is
CBJ
great.
7732,
Oh, no, it's him.
to proceed directly. Just okay to follow flight plan.
Oh, God, stop.
Cedar Jet 7732, in that case, resume on
The speed brakes are active, George. We've got some speed brakes.
F5,
They're little panels that pop out to increase drag or to also disrupt the airflow and slow down
Whiskey, contact
a little bit.
approach on frequency 118.250. Bye-bye.
118.250. Thanks very much, Vision 2 Whiskey. No, that was another guy. 250, was that it? I think. Right. I don't know why our altimeter just... Yeah, it's okay, it's still on standard. Alright, let me just check that was the right frequency.
I thought we had all the brakes on.
Yeah, it was 250. Yeah, we do, George. Well, they're not on, they're just armed, which means they're ready. They only turn on when we actually touch down. That's all. Approach hello Vision, 2 Delta Whiskey is an A20N Neo. We have Whiskey on board, descending flight level 140 to be level at Sordu.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, good evening. Bucharest approach radar contact. Whiskey is correct. Continue Sordu 1 uniform arrival. ILS runway 08 right. Descent level 110.
Roger, continue descent flight level 110. Sordu 1 uniform for ILS 8 right. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, so we can descend 110, so this is actually going to level us at 140 I think, at Sordu.
What's the whiskey thing?
That's the ATIS identifier. ATIS is the automatic terminal whatever. Automatic terminal information, whatever. It's basically they just give you the weather, the active runway, the transition level, QNH, all that stuff. And whiskey is just the letter that they put on it, so that when you check in, you can tell them, yeah, we've got whiskey, and they know that you've got the correct ATIS. Okay, so we just passed Sordu at 14,400 feet. So that's not too bad from Tramp there. We'll take it. And Tramp's doing a really weird thing again where it does that like climb slash level out. I'm going to just take over here and we're going to go 11,000 and we're going to go 1,500 feet a minute. Service, yeah, that's the S, there you go, couldn't remember what the S was. Yeah. Right, there we go. So continuing down to 1,000 and we are inbound 2 ticks. Did we have any speed restrictions? Let me just check. Back to 2 ticks. No, we didn't. At Tevru we need to be 7,000 or above. So, okay.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, proceed to Obela, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Proceed direct to Abella, and sorry, just repeat the rest.
I want to fly on a turboprop.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
4,000 feet on 1015, thanks, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
ILS set.
Okay, so Abella, which is the beginning of our approach. So, Abella, fly flight plan, and we can go set 4,000 and we'll set 240 on the speed for now, and let's have a little look here. So Abella, we needed to be 2,500 feet or above, and we have 23 miles, so I would say actually we can probably, there we go, increase our rate of descent, and we can put out some spoilers here, or speed brakes, to help us slow down. We're supposed to be 210 knots at Abella.
2,500 feet, clear ILS runway 08 right, report established.
Roger, 2,500 feet cleared for the ILS approach 0 right. Well, report established, thanks, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Okay, a little bit fast. Oh, and we're getting some rain on the aircraft. There we go, it's coming back to speed. We can set 2500. We'll bring the speed back to like 220 here. And keep the spoilers out. How far do we have to Bella? And we have a little way. Alright. Add some rain on the windshield, yeah. It's supposed to be the rain anyway. It's sim sound trying to simulate the rain sound, yeah. And we'll set local QNH. It's really struggling to slow down this, isn't it? I can bring back that rate of descent for just a second here, and then we'll slow down and then continue descending. We are back at 258. But yeah, so spoiler zero. They're actually all the way out here.
In Bucharest at our airport.
It's TFM book. There we go. This should 94. Okay. Some strange weather. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Coming back nice now. We still have how many miles? I hate having to scroll all the way up. Still have 12 miles to Abella, so we're pretty good. There we go. So now let's go back to like. Let's push it back down to minus 2,000 feet a minute. And we'll go speed back to 210 knots. It just wants to gain speed, this plane. Spoilers are all the way out. If you go over like minus 2,000 feet a minute, it just literally gains speed like nothing else. Not too much we can do about it, to be honest. How far? Oh, we still got 8 miles, so let's maybe bring this back to like 1600. Should help with the speed a little bit. We're not too bad. Just we don't want to get too high. That's all. We can probably get some guidance here by hitting our approach mode.
Approach hold on.
And did we set TFM's runway? I'm not sure. Let's do it now. There we go. Now we should get some guidance. Yeah, we're actually a little bit below the glide. So let's just bring that vertical speed right back. We're 600 below the glide, so we're pretty much bang on. That's good. Then we can bring our speed back to 210, which is perfect, because we need to be 210 at Abella. Good. There we go. We can probably take flat 1 here. And then, yeah, the speed will hold, which is nice. We are to the left of the localizer at the moment, so that will change when we actually make a turn. Sure how far out we are. We'll keep 210 knots for now. Probably retract some of the speed brake. We'll go like 50% speed brake here. Yeah, definitely not the best weather here, is it? We're getting rained on pretty heavily. Not too much, but you know, it's coming in on the windshield. Right, there we go. Looks like we're going to make a right turn. There goes the localizer. Bring that speed back to like 190. Should help. So we're keeping our descent going slowly, and we're just going to intercept the glide slope in a minute.
That you came to my city. Let's meet up and have a drink. LOL.
Right? Yeah. Can we turn the simulation to virtual? Right? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Let's take flaps 2. We'll go speed 180. And we're almost intercepting the glide here. Can probably retract our spoilers now, or our speed brakes. Rain seems to be getting a bit heavier. So we're just level at 2,500 feet here whilst we wait for the glide to come in, which is going to do any second, 200 below.
Donations are not necessary,
Oh shush, Ninebot.
but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.com.
Alright, there goes
Whiskey contact tower 120.9ers. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Landing gear down.
1209. Thanks very much, Vision 2 Whiskey. Have a great evening too. Right, we'll go speed 170. and get the gear down to help manage the speed, and we are on the approach. So we need a towel, which was 1209, there we go, just set it in there. And we'll go final approach speed about 145, something like that, should do. Probably take flap 3. Tower hello, vision 2 Delta Whiskey, ILS 8, right?
Speed check.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, cloud on tower, wind 050 degrees with 16 knots, runway 08 right, clear.
08 right, clear to land, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. And just to confirm with you, since we are a blind pilot and the software we use doesn't allow us to taxi the aircraft on the ground, are we alright to reposition over to a stand once we come to a stop on the runway?
Roger, understood, approved.
Thanks very much, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Okay.
Speed brake. Armed.
So we have pretty gusty winds, 16 knots, 16 knots I think he said, so let's see how this does. We're through 1,000 feet, speed is alright, flaps are full, gears down. You can hear the weather is not great, is it? Yeah.
Don't sink. 911. Right board.
Alright.
Don't sink.
And disregarding that.
Right board. Don't sink. Don't sink. 1 below. Right board. Don't sink.
We'll bang on the glide here, 1 below is what it's saying, so pretty much bang on. It's definitely struggling a little bit, but we're okay.
Don't sink.
We're just going to take whatever we can get here. It is unfortunately a freeware plane, so it can struggle a little bit. Yeah, it's doing alright. Still bang on the glide, just needs to make a little bit of a course correction. Right 2 now, so a little bit of a course correction. By 2 degrees. We'll be alright. Speed's bang on 145. It's doing an okay job.
Bio, you got a little crosswind.
We got a bit of a 16 knot crosswind hitting us, yeah. Yeah. This is where things get a bit dicey in the freeware. Make sure our altimeter's set. Okay, we're 53 above. We're on right 1, we're fine. I love that don't sink warning. Yeah, we're not going to sink. Hopefully. This is the cowboy approach.
Minimum.
And we're trying our best, so yeah. Okay.
55 above. Right 1.
Do auto brakes too, actually, just because it's a bit wet.
VNAV on, LNAV on, approach hold on.
Here comes the flare. Idle the power.
Breathe brake out.
Touchdown, not too bad. Reverse thrust.
100 knot. 80 knot. 60 knot.
60 knots reverse
Manual
idle.
braking.
Manual brakes. Very good. Okay, well we'll take that. We'll take that. It was not too bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination.
Negative 484.
6:24 p.m.
Yeah, sounds about right for a crosswind landing on the freeware. LROP. And we'll just go over here to a gate. How did we stop so fast? Yeah, that's not terrible. So centerline deviation 16 feet. That's about right for the freeware, especially in a crosswind. We were bang on the touchdown zone and negative 4, whatever it said. What did it say? Negative 483. Yeah. Ouch. But yeah, it's fine. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, and we can walk away. So yeah. How did we stop so fast? I changed, so when we were coming through 100 I set my auto brake to 2 instead of 1 because
Reverse idle.
yeah, reverse idle. Just because we were coming in on a wet runway and stuff, and I didn't want to roll right to the end. There we go. Vision 2 Delta Whiskey is on the blocks. Thanks for ATC, bye bye.
George Middle Core. But when you reach the approach altitude in general, do you have to level out?
Sometimes, George, yeah, kind of depends on the approach, to be honest with you. Alright, we can set parking brakes. And do that. Yeah, sometimes, kind of depends how the approach is set up. Sometimes you got to level out and wait for the glide slope. Sometimes you can descend continuously. Kind of depends.
George Middle Core.
There we go.
I'm thinking to buy a piloting book.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know of any good piloting books, but I'm sure there's maybe some that explain the general theory. A lot of good videos as well, but I'm pretty sure you've probably seen all of those.
Do you dare me to try low wheel?
You can try if you want. Yeah, try if you want. God help you. Yeah. If you're gonna try it, probably runway 26 is better. I think runway 08 to ride over the mountains. Runway 26, I'm pretty sure I've gotten in on 26 off, not on Baton, but offline before. 26 is maybe doable.
Captain Joey are awesome.
Yeah. So we can. Are we still on tower? There we are. It's very quiet. Didn't have much traffic here. We can go seatbelts off. And doors open, and the passengers can begin deboarding out in Bucharest. Yeah, not terrible, not a terrible landing. It was okay, to be fair. What are the winds? Yeah, 16 knot crosswind, to be honest. Even the PMDG would have struggled. It would have done a better job at keeping us on the center, but this thing did alright. This thing did alright. It was flaring really well, and then it lost it a little bit at the end. From like 20 to 10 it was doing great, and then from 10 it just kind of, I don't know, probably a bit of wind hit it and it just went boom.
I'm curious about the accessibility in London. Do you have a favorite airport?
I've never been to any of the... Wait, have I? I've never been to any of the London airports. I would imagine they're all not... I mean, they're all very busy. Heathrow and Gatwick are very busy. So you can get assistance to get through it. Some airports, you know, they'll offer you an assistance wheelchair, and honestly, I mean, it's up to the individual, but sometimes at a very busy airport it might be better to take the assistance wheelchair instead of using a cane, especially if you're going through like Heathrow. Some blind people will just refuse and say, I'm not doing it, I'm never doing it, and that's totally fine. It's an individual thing. Sometimes for practical purposes I might consider, if I was going through Heathrow, just to take the assistance wheelchair and let them just guide you through it that way. But if you're going to an airport like I usually go through, like East Midlands, it's not very busy. Even Manchester, it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be busier than East Midlands, but Manchester will be okay. London airports like Heathrow are going to be very busy.
In the simulator. Have you flown to London?
Oh, in the simulator, yeah, I've flown to London a bunch of times. It is busy, but it's fine. Yeah. Look at that weather. It's definitely pelting us on the windshield. Yeah, not much. Let's see, who else is around here?
I was to
Stansted, yeah, Stansted's probably better in real life than Heathrow in terms of being less busy. But in the sim, you're having a lot of rain. Okay, so it is realistic. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, yeah. And that rain started hitting us right on the like 10,000 feet, didn't it? We had that all the approach. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, in the simulator, Stansted is pretty good. I actually got my ATC training at Stansted, which I don't use all that often because it's very boring just doing clearance delivery for hours. But I actually got trained to do clearance delivery at Stansted in the simulator. So there you go. Stansted's quite nice. Yeah, who have we got around us? So we got a Teram aircraft, Teram Airlines, a Blue Air, there you go, you'll like that. Another Teram, a Ryanair. Okay, so we've got like 4 aircraft on the ground here, it's not too bad. Another Blue Air, looks like he's coming in. A lot of Terams. Is that Teram? Teram? Yeah.
George Middle Core.
Okay.
I'm impressed that there are 6 airports in London.
Yeah, crazy. They're spread out over such a big distance, but we need them, you know, really. I mean, they're all kind of for a different purpose, but I mean, Heathrow and Gatwick, 2 of the busiest airports, yeah. Stansted and then Luton. And then there are some, you know, ones that are a bit more obscure, like London Southend and stuff, that are not really as widely used. Can we hear any planes? Yeah, I can hear a few. Tower's very quiet frequency. Not hearing anyone really moving
George
around.
Middle Core. It's pretty realistic. We have our national company, Taram, and a lot of Blue Airs and Ryanairs.
Yeah, that's all people are flying around here. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah. Oh, that was a pretty nice approach. We got a little bit high and fast, but we pulled it back, and yeah, this weather definitely didn't help. But yeah, it was an alright landing, that's for sure.
Just to make it interesting, I'm gonna FL load a while completely wasted.
Alright, well, you let me know how that goes. Actually, you record it, I'll have a good laugh about it. Yeah, like I said, maybe 2.6 you can get in, but yeah.
I'm happy that the ATC was okay.
Yeah, ATC was fine. Seemed like they were kind of... Everyone seems a bit sleepy around here at the minute or something. Everyone's, you know, it's very quiet. But it was good ATC for sure. So, we'll take it. Passengers are still deboarding. What time are we on now? Let's see here. Yeah, 6:37, so...
Tower, good evening, Tower 1975, taxiing to holding for your runway 0.
Ah, there's a Taram. He's going.
Tower 1975.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it's in Nottingham, officially, in terms of land borders. I think it's in Nottingham, but it's right near Derby. Yeah, it was bad. We got a 16-knot crosswind on approach. There you go. Yeah, that's where my family lives. I commute back and live sometimes in Oxfordshire in England for university for a couple months, but we live here in Derby, yeah, so my nearest airport to get out of would be East Midlands, yeah.
Marshall Fairbrother. Buzz. Tyler Chambers. I'll be fine. I've done MMMS and KD and Wildstone, so yeah.
Yeah, but Innsbruck, the thing with, well, Mexico and Denver are just high elevation. Lowy. Oh yeah, Man City thrashed Nottingham, yeah, I was very happy with that. Oh. Nope, we're disconnecting from Batson, we're done, that's it, bye. Not listening to him. Yeah, I was happy about that. Yeah, the thing about Innsbruck though is there's mountains right around the airport, whereas Mexico is just high elevation. I have no idea what he was saying, to be honest with you. It just sounded like a mess. And Innsbruck also has this RNAV approach, but I think at least 2.6 I think is more of a straight in. 0.8 is a circling approach, and circling approaches are just yuck, especially if there's, you know, if you're on an RNAV approach doing it, because there's a lot of it. I mean, Innsbruck, you know, there's parts of it that you're really supposed to do visual.
2 to 6 is ILS.
This is ILS here, yeah. This is ILS. Instrument landing systems, which are very good for us blind pilots. We like instrument landing systems. We don't like airports with mountains all around them and no instrument landing system. That's not great. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go and get some dinner and see what's going on.
I'm gonna take pictures with the pilots when I go to Firenze in Italy.
Yeah, go for it, yeah. If Sometimes you get really friendly pilots, yeah. They might even let you sit in the cockpit, sit in the seat before departure or after, and, you know, have a good feel around. Yeah, I've done that before. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it there. I may well stream later. There is another event down in East Midlands going up to Scotland. I might stream that in a few hours. We'll see. Don't expect it, but if you have notifications on, then you'll know. Yeah, George, yeah, we'll fly out of here at some point as well. We'll do a flight out of here. Maybe on another Friday, because at least I know there's going to be ATC then. Yeah, so if you have notifications on, you'll know, or Twitter, but I might stream in again in a few hours. I might not as well, so who knows. But yeah, this was a good one, a short one, and it was nice. ATC out of Athens. We got ATC in here, so you know, can't ask for too much more. And very interesting weather, that's for sure. Hoping for some sunny skies, but no, we got pelted, but we made it down. Alright, thanks all for interacting in chat, and where are we? Here we go. And yeah, this will archive in a little while.